Hayley from Paramore is hanging out in the studio. Some love for this girl. Who, by the way, seconds ago tells me she gets up like when you're not on tour, and you're going on the Fall Out Boy tour pretty soon here. Mm-hmm. When you're not on tour, you get up and do what every morning?
Well, it's...
Grab that mic real close to you there.
Oh, hi. Hello. It's me. I'm here. Well, I've been, like, the last few days anyways, I've been waking up at like 7 and getting up, riding my bike around, and I ate it, got in a crash yesterday.
What happened?
I thought, well, okay, I was on the sidewalk. You're not even meant to be riding on the sidewalk, I guess, but I was.
That really annoys me when people ride their bike on the sidewalk.
Like, here it comes, coming right at you.
I'm trying to walk my dog, and I'm just scrambling to get out of the way.
Do you have a bell on your bike?
Yeah, I do, actually.
Okay,
yeah.
so you'd ring the bell if you saw Kevin in front of you, but okay.
Right.
So you're on the bike, back to the story.
Well, I just, there were some kids, and I didn't want to, I just didn't want to inconvenience them. Right. And so I put myself in harm's way, and I like, the little beach cruiser with the skinny wheels. I was trying to get up. I was like going sideways onto a tiny little curve, and just not. My bike was not happy. Because
you were thinking of the safety of the kids in front of you, correct?
That was true.
Were you wearing a helmet at the time?
An invisible one.
I got a 6-year-old. He's wearing a helmet for everything.
Did the kids help you up?
No, actually, my boyfriend did. My boyfriend dove off of his bike, didn't catch me, didn't make it in time.
Right.
But it's fine. I actually, I used to ride a BMX bike. Like, I was pretty crazy as a kid.
Wow.
So I'm pretty confident on a bicycle.
Yeah.
This is a really tall one, so I fell a long way, but I'm fine. I didn't even get, I got a little scratch on my knee.
Good news about the kids. They were really sweet. They've uploaded the video. It's up online. We have it on our website. It's totally awesome.
Great. My biggest nightmare.
Yeah, I know. Let me take a little break and right back. Hayley's in the studio. It is Valentine in the morning, 104.3 MYFM. Hayley from Paramore is hanging out in the studio. It is 104.3 MYFM. We just had a fun discussion about you tanking out your bike. We'll move on from that, obviously.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You mentioned your boyfriend. That's Chad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
That's him.
How long have you guys been together?
Like 6 years.
6 years? Mm-hmm. Oh, my God.
I'm a big fan of Chad. He's been in a bunch of bands that I just love over the years. Yeah, he's a good dude.
Awesome. Yeah, he is.
So how's that feel, 6 years?
It feels, it's real life, It's like not everything is hunky-dory all the time. But that's kind of like, that's when we've written songs in the past, like, we don't typically write love songs. And so we wrote one for this record, and I was really proud of it because I felt like I was able to express the ups and the downs and the pride of, like, really working hard on something. I mean, it's real life, It's not like the movies.
Is that still into you?
Yeah,
that is my favorite song on the album. I love that song.
Thank you.
Did you grow up fast? You started very young in this business.
Yeah. I actually joined Paramore. We just had our official 10-year anniversary on Monday.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's so awesome. That's awesome. 10 years.
Last Monday. But it's super, it's just surreal. And yeah, I mean, we had to grow up pretty fast because, most 17, 18-year-olds aren't playing shows and doing interviews and on TV and things like that. I mean, it was such a trip and super fun. But it's not like I would go around recommending that lifestyle to, like, my sister's 18, getting ready to go to college, and I'm so happy that it's just she's able to live out a normal kind of, sending out applications, all that stuff.
What was different with yours? Because were you homeschooled for a while?
I was. Yeah, I went to public school through 7th grade, and I thought, when my family moved to Nashville, I thought, I'll just go and I'll do all the same stuff. I'll play basketball. I'll be on a team, and it was very much it was like my own personal Mean Girls. I was not loving the public school life in Nashville. It was almost culture shock, which is so weird because Franklin, the town that we live in, it's growing, but it was a pretty small town when I moved there. And it's not like I was moving to a big city, but it was massive culture shock for me. I started homeschooling 6 weeks later.
That's funny. Did you start writing as soon as you got there? Because Tennessee, if you move to Nashville, you have to be a writer no matter what. It's in the blood
true.
there.
It's such a
everybody's something, right?
Yeah. I think it's really amazing that being a songwriter, like, that's an actual job, like, that's an occupation in Nashville. For me, like, especially when I first moved, I was 13. After I met the guys, it just became like something we did after school, and it was a huge source of self-expression for me and release. So yeah, I mean, I've always leaned into that as my way of kind of defining who I am as a person.
Did your first song ever make it? The first song you ever wrote?
It made
we
it
all
onto our
tried,
first
right?
album. Yeah,
It made it on your first album?
Yeah. Well, the first song I wrote with the guys. There's
No,
plenty
first song
of
you ever
stuff.
wrote
Oh,
as
by
yourself,
myself.
as a young lady. Yeah.
Oh no! I think the first song I wrote, I was like 8, and it was a country song, and it was about me. I was on the playground.
Let's hear it.
Come on.
I don't remember
Sing it.
I really, truly.
I happen to have a guitar
don't.
back here. It's already tuned. Don't even know that.
I truly don't remember
Yeah.
it, but I do have vivid memory of swinging on the swing set and singing something about this boy that didn't like me. And I was really, really young. But I don't know. The first song that we wrote as Paramore, from the very first day of practice, that song is called Conspiracy, and that made it onto our first album. I'm proud of that.
That's awesome.
Thanks.
Well, life is pretty good for you right now, isn't it?
It's pretty good, yeah. It's wild. I'm really excited for Monument Tour. That's our main tour this year.
Yeah.
Normally we have like 10 tours a year, but this one we're putting all of our energy into and really gonna soak it up. The summer's gonna be so cool.
Yeah.
I mean, us and Fall Out Boy, it's like we get to join forces on a tour that probably should have happened like 5 years ago. But
Yeah.
What's
cool.
what's the joy of the tour of going out there from city to city, playing that music and stuff? What's the thing that just makes you go, oh my God, this is a life I love?
For me, there's not any other feeling like when you're on stage. I mean, that's where I'm the most confident and the most self-assured. Not to say I don't get really nervous, because I do. Sometimes I feel like I'm gonna like hurl before
Are you
shows.
confident now doing radio interviews and stuff?
No.
But you seem
You
really.
seem confident.
Yeah, we would not read into this in any other way that you're a very confident young lady sitting here.
Thanks. I think for me, it has to just be a conversation, and this isn't here, this microphone.
Does it help when we talk about it? When we talk about the confidence?
Right.
So when we point stuff out, is that a good thing or bad thing? I don't understand. I don't know. I love your nail polish, by the way.
Oh,
it's a great green.
I like your hair color. The last time
Yeah.
on videos and stuff, like in your new video, it's like an orangish, but now it's blonde.
Yeah, it's blonde right now because I'm transitioning. I'm gonna do something different for the summer, but I'm not sure yet. I have commitment issues, so I love orange. That's an easy one for me. I go to that when I don't, like, when all else fails, because I know I feel good in it. But I want to do something really different, and I'm just kind of waiting.
Okay.
I like this look. Have you seen Adam Levine's hair? He dyed it
Did you just
blonde.
bleach it?
Yeah, that didn't work for him. This is working for you. This is
It's
let
not
me
good.
let me play the song. Come right back. Hayley's in the studio from Paramore. It is Valentine in the morning. Hayley's in the studio from Paramore. The
Hi.
video we're talking about, what you broke everything on the planet.
Yeah. It didn't. It actually was probably one of the cheapest videos we ever made. I'm assuming. I
Yeah.
can turn around and look at my manager and get one look.
Was it cheap?
It's okay. so-
Really?
me and the guys, we like saw this video by the band called The National, and Taylor, he's the biggest National fan of all of us, so he was like, man, we need to do something like this. And
Yeah.
I think they had shot it in one of the guys from that band's childhood home, and like in their neighborhood or something. And so we knew we wanted to go back home to do it. Number one, because it would be easier to schedule with our crazy life. And we actually reached out to that director, Sophia Peer. It's always really cool for me when we work with a woman who's a director, because it's to me, it's such a different take on what someone's going to do with our band and the way that they see us, and even little like subtleties, like angles and things like that.
Right.
I was really into how she worked with us, and she was so creative. I mean, this was one of the first treatments we got for Ain't It Fun, and this never happens. We like instantly were like, yes, we want to do it.
Right.
It was really exciting to shoot because we got to break lots of stuff.
Yeah. You're just breaking records, but breaking guitars, smashing
Clocks,
things and
everything.
stuff, right?
Did you
Yeah.
feel wasteful?
No, I felt very relieved.
Was it a good
and
release, really? Yeah.
Liberated. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually didn't think I was going to break as many alarm clocks as I did, because
Yeah.
I thought this guitar is going to be so heavy, I'm going to look like a total tool on this video.
Yeah.
But I was pretty psyched. I looked pretty strong. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Were there
you got-
any records that you wanted to break in the video but didn't make it or didn't get approval for?
We actually, you know what? We broke every record we set out to do. I mean, that doesn't mean that we did as many as we would have hoped for.
Right.
I think breaking the actual vinyl records, which was the first one we came up with, because we were like, oh, how funny, we're gonna breaking records. But so it like was so hard to actually bend them, and they all were spray painted over the logos. That way we wouldn't have to get approval.
Right, right.
So
Or the other band gets really mad. You know?
Right,
Hey, thanks for breaking my record.
Seemed
Yeah.
dangerous to me. Anyone
Yeah.
get hurt doing any of this
It
stuff?
Yeah, they're
was
sharp.
dangerous. We had to wear
Right.
gloves, and that's why we were in the goggles and
Yeah.
stuff for that that shot. But it was so fun.
Yeah.
The hardest one was the stuffed animals walking backwards blindfolded. Jeremy almost like fell into a creek. It was actually pretty dangerous. We just had a blast, and it's been cool because when we've gone around doing promo for the song, like different interviews and stuff, especially when it first came out, we were breaking records everywhere, like for different people, whether it was like I think we did something for MTV, but it's been really cool just to watch fans get involved too, because they've been breaking records as well.
Well, one of the reasons we have the cameras in the studio today is not just to film you being here; it's for legal purposes in case you decide to start breaking things.
Great, yeah.
We just always have it just as a backup, part of the discovery process.
I just get really excited now about it.
So it breaks up.
The possibilities, everything that's around me, I just see shards of broken.
Great, good to know. Jill, any questions for Hayley?
So you're the oldest of three daughters.
I am,
Did you see that new survey that they did that the oldest daughter is the most successful
really
in the family? I'm the oldest too, so I'm like, sorry, girls.
I don't know. My sisters actually, they surprise me all the time. My middle sister, Erica, she plays saxophone in the school band, and she's incredible. And she just got accepted to the college she wanted to go to, and she's like got a promotion at her job. I'm like super impressed with Erica. And then my baby sister, who I was talking about earlier, she started riding BMX like a year ago. And we were all like, oh, okay, yeah, it's a phase. And she's like winning at every race that she goes and does.
Right.
It's really incredible. I'm psyched to see them coming into their own. Because they've watched me tour, and they've come and I've shuttled them around places forever.
Yeah.
So now I get to do that, hopefully for them.
Now, so BMX is at the pedal bikes, right? They're not.
Yeah,
okay.
not like motorcycles.
Right.
I would die.
I had a Huffy, so I don't know. There's much going on my street. Not going on. The sax, though. What about the saxophone? Maybe put that on an album. What do you think?
I mean, I'm
It's
down.
not used anymore.
I'm super down to do it. I've told Erica that forever, and she likes a lot of bands that use saxophone, and she was really into that. I showed her M83's single Midnight City, which came out like 2 years ago, and she was super pumped on the saxophone.
A lot of saxophone on that?
Oh, yeah.
I can play the sax.
Yeah.
You can play sax?
Yeah, I went on tour in Europe. I played sax in Europe in a
That
jazz
part's
band.
not true. But
That is true. Oh my God, I was second chair, but I was on tour.
I didn't know
amazing.
that.
Yeah, I did that after high school. Yeah, on tour in Europe.
Wow.
Yeah.
How
See,
have
I
you not
told
brought
Erica
that
to
up?
do that.
Because you didn't ask me if I went on tour in Europe with my saxophone. It just never came
You tell
up.
the same stories over and over. I've never heard
So if you need another like backup sax
Yeah.
player, I'm the guy. Yeah,
Great.
absolutely.
That's amazing.
Yeah, you're not buying it. You're looking down and just like, is the interview over?
That's tell.
Talk about it later.
Yeah, that's your tell, right?
There's like a big campaign to get Paramore on SNL.
Oh, please, make it happen.
Yeah.
Do you want to go on it that bad?
Yeah. We just did, we played Seth Meyers about 2 weeks ago, and it's it's like literally, it's adjacent to the SNL studio, and we got to walk in and check it out. It's way smaller than I thought, but it's so, like, you really feel it when you're in there.
Yeah, the
it's
history.
so amazing. Yeah, and all the pictures on the wall of everyone who's hosted, and we really want to do that. Like,
See,
I would do the skit and everything.
We'll get behind it in whatever way we can and stuff
I'll call
socially as
Lauren.
well.
Oh,
Yeah,
let's
Michael,
take him up.
Yeah, that part's not
I
true.
toured Europe
Ah,
at
right
elementary
there.
high school.
But no, your face when you talked about it, it just lit up.
Oh, man. SNL.
It's so great to see.
It's, we've gotten to do so many cool things that we've dreamt of since we were kids. I mean, when we had our second record out was the first time we went to the Grammys, and it was like, what could possibly be bigger than this? And I think now that we've gotten older and we've been in the band for this long, our goals aren't necessarily, they're not usually, let's play a show like this or let's win this. But SNL that's like the one thing that we would still love to do, that I think all the bands we've grown up listening to did that. And it would be so much fun.
Yeah.
I love it.
Why are you grounded? Why are you, you're very grounded, you're very
I thought I
normal in
literally
conversation.
instantly went back to middle
to your
school.
room.
I was like, what?
No, but I mean, for someone that's been around for 10 years doing this and this success you guys had, you seem very grounded.
Oh, thanks. I would hope it's just because I don't know. None of this stuff is permanent. You really can't think of it like that. It doesn't mean, and that's not like self-deprecating. It's just that we, it's a blink of an eye, and it goes by, and you have to enjoy it. And we've had a lot of ups and downs as a band too, and I have to think that those things made us better people, hopefully, and definitely a better band. Yeah, I'm very realistic. I'm not optimistic or pessimistic. I'm just real about circumstances and things, and I don't know, I guess I wake up pretty grateful that I get to sing songs that I love singing.
Yeah, well said. Do you think the mother of all dragons will end up winning this thing in Game of Thrones, or will the dragons turn on her and eat her? What do you think?
Man,
Did you watch this weekend's episode?
I did, but
I'm halfway through. Don't give it away.
But you have to know that I
Get close to the mic. I don't want to lose this part. Yeah.
I've only seen 3 episodes of Game of Thrones. I'm so
what?
sorry.
No, the word of the street was you're like a huge God fan. You're hashtagging it.
I honestly, I make fun of myself and the whole situation because every one of my friends watches it, and this is the one show. This is the one show that I've just not followed.
Right.
And so now I just watch it with my boyfriend, with other friends. Like Sunday night, we got together and my friends cooked this huge meal and we went over there and...
Was it mutton? Did you guys cook like stuff they'd eat back then or something?
It was really good. She made this potato salad that I've never had anything like it in my whole life.
Is that good? Okay.
It was so good.
Do you have a show that you are addicted to that you have to watch?
Well, I just want to say that I was so disappointed in the ending of Dexter that I will
girl, speaking
I will never get attached to a television show ever
That last
again.
season was just awful.
I couldn't believe it, and you know, Michael C. Hall was like my favorite thing in the whole world. I know he's a person, but
we agree.
Honestly, I was so pissed.
He never would have left his kid like that. That was so bogus. He'd never leave his kid.
No,
and because his kid's gonna be a serial killer now, probably, and he wouldn't have gone to Alaska. That's stupid.
And if they would have ended it right, they could have done a spin-off.
I know.
The kid. I mean,
we're with you on that. Are you watching True Blood by chance?
No, I gave up on True Blood too, like 3 seasons ago.
So did I. Val just got into it, and it's all he wants to talk about.
I know.
Did you watch Breaking Bad?
Hey, did you see The Wire? I started watching it. I go back.
Did you see Third Rock from the Sun the other night?
How's that one end? Does the sun come and hit us? What happens to that?
One of my first crushes of all time, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah.
When I was like way too young to be attracted to his character. But you know what show that I bought the box set like years ago, and I'm gonna bring it on Monument
Magnum
Tour.
PI. Okay.
Way before me.
Okay. What do you got?
Freaks and Geeks.
That's a great
Freaks and
show.
So good.
Love it.
And I've always loved Seth Rogen. And I watched the show when I was like 10 or 11 when it came out. I was living in Mississippi. I don't know how I got wind of this show, but I loved it back then, and I still love it now. And it's got to be the reason that my all-time crushes are Seth Rogen and Jason Segel, and they're both on the television.
No James
show.
Franco?
No.
Wow.
No.
Okay.
I'll leave him for everyone else,
Yeah.
literally in the entire world. But I love Seth Rogen and I love Jason Segel, and I love actually that Seth Rogen has been speaking up for Alzheimer's. I think that's been incredible and really inspiring because I had a family member suffer from that when I was young, and it was really hard. So. Even more respect.
Yes, and unfortunate sometimes with stuff like that people only speak up when they've been affected personally, and there's so much more education to be done in that respect.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, listen, this is a great interview.
Hey, thanks.
You were a lot of fun.
I appreciate it.
I had no expectations. I'd never met you before, and I think we all enjoyed you a lot.
Well, we're really I'm sorry the guys aren't here. We're getting ready to do stuff this weekend, and they just haven't made it out to LA yet. But we're really all so pumped that you guys are playing Ain't It Fun. It's
we love it.
Our favorite song. Like, we're so excited.
It's actually tougher when the full bands are here because you have to go around to all the people and stuff. And it's easier just talking to one person sometimes.
I'm sure. We used to be, like, especially when we were young, I would get really bummed out because I didn't want to do anything by myself ever. But anyways, we've grown up. So everything's good now.
Well, this was an awesome warm up. We're going to go on the air live next. We'll repeat everything we just did. Okay, that'd be awesome.